Welcome back to another 2021 Player Outlook presented by RotoHeat.com. This time we're talking Gerald Everett, Seattle Seahawks tight end. And if you want to show some love, which I hope you do, because we do appreciate it, like, subscribe, hit the notification icon, comment. Feel free to do all those things. It shows YouTube that you care, and we do as well. Thank you. All right, let's get to it. So we think Everett's probably going to finish somewhere between wide receiver 50 or tight end 15 to 21 this year. Of the 13 analysts that looked at him, we think 4 want to buy him, 2 want to hold, and 7 want to sell. So obviously, we got more sells than everything else. We think his ADP is probably going to be real similar next year at this time, and we think he's probably a spot starter at best this season. When you look at, at like Fantasy Pros and you're looking at your ADPs for redraft purposes, he's sitting around 183 overall or tight end 21. If you look at our Dynasty Superflex rankings, he's sitting around very similar, 188 overall or tight end 25. So the issue you run into here is that not only is he got a lot of competition. I mean, when you look at the depth chart in Seattle, you've got Will Dissly, who's a guy who's shown a little bit, also had some injuries. They've got Kobe Parkinson, who's a 4th rounder from last year, then him. And currently we don't exactly know who's the man there because training camp is just now beginning. But with that being said, think about what else they have at the receiver position that is going to take away targets, and really they get 2 big target getters, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. Everybody else gets scraps. When you look at the target share last year, Tyler Lockett had 132. DK had 129. Then nobody else had above 50. David Moore, 47. Chris Carson, 46. Hollister, 40. Greg Olsen, 37. Dissly, 29. Freddie Swain, 21. And then you got running backs who've got a couple, got 20 or less. So now that being said, Hollister's not on the team. Greg Olsen's not on the team. So that's 77 targets that could potentially go to another tight end. But first you have to figure out who that tight end is. So training camp's going to be very telling. You're going to find out very early on. Now, obviously, Everett probably didn't get brought in to be a depth guy. They probably brought him in because he has that ability to be a starter. And if you've listened to Sully and some of the guys on the channel here, you only need like 9 or 10 points a week to be in the tight end 1 conversation. I know Sully will mention in the comments to give me the exact number because he has the exact number, and I don't off the top of my head. But with a position that's so difficult on a week-to-week basis, a guy like Everett could develop into a really solid spot starter, based on matchup type starter, and that's not a bad thing, especially if you're targeting him later in your redrafts or if you trade for him in a dynasty format for a fair price, something cheaper. But let me know, what are you doing with Everett below? Is he your tight end 1 or 2? Is he somebody that you're super excited on? Sell us on him. Maybe we're not looking at him thinking he's high enough. And maybe we don't see what you're seeing. Well, show us. Tell us. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the rest of the 2021 Outlook playlist, and we'll talk to you again soon.